is a special presentation of high school sports on 1380 The Fan at 100.9 FM. Now it's time for the Parkview Sports Medicine High School Basketball Game of the Week at PSM Become More. Now, let's go courtside.
Less than 1 week after the high school football season was culminated with a Bishop Dwenger State Championship down at Lucas Oil Stadium in Class 4A. It's time for basketball. Welcome to the high school basketball season and our game of the week. Starting it off here at New Haven, where the Blackhawk Christian Braves visit the New Haven Bulldogs. Well, the Blackhawk Christian Braves come in 2-0. The Bulldogs 2-0. And for the Braves, once again, Peyton Reinhardt, Kyler Wood, Bryce Lacrosse, Jaden O'Neill, and Drake Sefton will be the starting five. Meanwhile, for the New Haven Bulldogs, Jadrian Ezell, Dalen Jackson, Tarver Baskerville, DeMarcus Wright, and Lavelle Ledbetter. So they have introduced the starters, and I may have lost a bit of hearing during that rendition of our starting lineups being introduced, but Blackhawk takes the court. They've got a royal blue uniform with black letters and numbers, combination I am so endeared to. They do have a little bit of yellow outline. Meanwhile, for the New Haven Bulldogs, a crisp white uniform, purple letters, numbers, and some gold edging. Our officials have the teams on the floor, and Jackson for New Haven will jump it up against Sefton, and the tip will be controlled by the Braves. They will go right to left, and they will defend in the half court in front of their bench. And just like that, we have a clock that hasn't started. Well, it did start at one end, but it didn't start at the other, and that's not a good sign. 7:52 was on the clock on the one end of the gym, but at the other end, it was still stuck at 8. And so we're trying to see, because right now only one clock is actually ticking. Well, it is early in the season. And they're going to, looks like a reboot. See, that's the way I solve all my IT issues. Turn it off, wait 30 seconds, turn it back on, and see what happens. Well, the clock on the left end of the gym, as I look at the court, is not operating. The clock on the right end of the gym above that basket is working fine. So we've got a little bit of a delay here to get this one underway. I believe that there will be 7:52 officially on the clock. That's when they blew it dead, and it was 7:52 on the end where the clock is operating. And they're still working on it. And the clock still froze at the left end of the gym. Well, now Coach Matt Roth calling his guys over as they work on the clock issue here at New Haven. I am Brett Rump, Macy Gray back in the studio as our producer. Coming up after the game, we hope you join us in person at the New Haven Pizza Hut. We are back with the Parkview Sports Medicine post-game show live at Pizza Hut. After the game, up until 10:30, we'll give you area scores, some of the highlights of top scorers tonight. And, of course, Adam Lundy and myself will be joined by the incomparable Eric Dutkevich. That comes up right after our game with Blackhawk and New Haven here tonight. Well, now they've turned off both clocks. And Nick Cunningham, the athletic director here at New Haven, trying his best. And, I think Nick's got the same IT department I've got. I think he just shut it all down, unplug, replug, and turn it back on and see what happens. Well, at this point, we've got 8 minutes, and it went on both clocks. Now let's see if they actually start it, and it runs. Hey, it's working. See, I told you the old unplug, wait 30, and plug it back in. That works every time, doesn't it? Players still kind of just drifting around on the court as they work to get the clock issue set. Right now, they're going to get this to 7:52, I believe, when we will be ready to play. And they're running it down. And there it is, 7:52. So now both clocks are in sync, both with 7:52. And now the players and their total starts to populate. Everything's 0 so far, but at least we do have a scoreboard where it gives us the point totals and the fouls for each player. Inbound for Blackhawk Christian. First possession of the game. We're back to action. Here's Lacrosse, left elbow. 15-footer is good for Bryce Lacrosse. 2-0 Blackhawk. Ledbetter out on the wing to Baskerville. Back up top. Ledbetter from the top of the key. Dribbles into the paint. Turns. Spins near the right elbow. Missed it. Rebound O'Neill. Blackhawk Christian and the Braves on the run. And it's going to be O'Neill all the way down the court. Slamming it home. Nobody stopped the ball. And Jaden O'Neill with the right-handed flush. 4-0. Braves lead it. Baskerville gives down low. Working in the block is DeMarcus Wright. He'll dump it off to a cutter, Dalen Jackson, who lays it in. And New Haven cuts the lead in half. 4-2 game, Blackhawk front court. High left to Lacrosse. Between the circles, Sefton at the top of the key, picks up the dribble, throws to the wing, ball deflected away. But it stays Blackhawk basketball, going out of bounds right next to New Haven coach Brandon Appleton. Not sure why I want to call him Applegate, but Brandon Appleton in his second year here with New Haven. 6:45 to play, opening quarter, 4-2 lead for the Braves. They've got the ball. Working the dribble, and little pick and pop to Lacrosse. He's picked up quickly, so he dribbles and gives off to O'Neill. Sefton, he's going to drive all the way to the basket. Got stripped going up, and the ball off of Sefton, out of bounds. They stripped it down off Sefton's leg as he tried to go up for the layup. And so it will be New Haven basketball, a 4-2 Blackhawk lead. And the Bulldogs front court, Baskerville crosses the timeline. Outside the top of the key to DeMarcus Wright. They go down low to Baskerville, and as he goes up between two Braves, he is fouled. The foul is going to be on Drake Sefton. It'll be his first foul, but it will be free throws coming for Tarver Baskerville, a 6-foot junior. Eyes and fires, and the first free throw rims around and comes out. Still a 4-2 Blackhawk lead over the Bulldogs with 6:15 to play in the opening quarter. Baskerville has one more coming at the charity stripe. It's on the way. It's way short. And the rebound to Lacrosse. He has it knocked away, but it goes to his teammate, Kyler Wood, in the backcourt. Wood to Sefton. He'll hand it off to Reinhardt. They go down low. O'Neill double pump. Got his shot blocked, but it goes right back to Blackhawk. Long three for Lacrosse. Bullseye! Bryce Lacrosse showing range. The rebound caromed out to him, and from 26 feet, ice in the veins, and a triple for Lacrosse. He's got 5, and the lead is 7-2, and a timeout for Brandon Appleton and the New Haven Bulldogs. 5:54 remaining. We're in the opening quarter. This a 30-second timeout. Blackhawk. Braves starting with one senior, or two seniors in their starting lineup. They also have three sophomores. Meanwhile, for the New Haven Bulldogs, senior, junior, senior, and junior. It's a pretty talented sophomore class for Blackhawk Christian, because not only do they have 3 sophomores that start, but they also have 3 sophomores that are sons of former coaches. Chad Lacrosse, his son Bryce in the starting lineup. We also have Elliot Cummings, 6'1" sophomore. His father, Luke, was the assistant for Chad Lacrosse at St. Francis. And Drake Sefton, his dad, used to coach this Brave squad. Little jumper for Ezel is off the mark for the left wing. Here comes Blackhawk on the push. O'Neal gives Sefton. Good no-look pass down low to O'Neal. And O'Neal lays it in. It's 9-2 Blackhawk. 5.5 minutes on the clock in the first quarter. Baskerville, right wing. To right, he drives into the paint, muscles it up, and a soft touch finds its way through the twine for DeMarcus Wright, the 6'3" senior for New Haven. 5:12 first quarter, 9-4 Blackhawk, the lead in the ball. O'Neal, top of the key, gives to Sefton. Sefton dribbles around the arc, left to right, hands toward the right side to Lacrosse. He'll kick in the corner. Reinhardt left open, 3-ball, rims all the way around. An offensive rebound for O'Neal. Takes it out to the foul line, passes left wing to Reinhardt. Another fire, and that time it's an air ball. And then the outlet pass, three-quarter court for Ezel, and he overshot his man, looking for Ledbetter, and it will go out of bounds and be a New Haven turnover. 4:43 to play, quarter number one, 9-4, Blackhawk the lead, and the Braves with the ball. Kyler Wood bringing the front court, giving to O'Neal. Jaden O'Neal near the top of the key, flips to his right, and Reinhardt got an edge, takes it down the lane, and missed the layup. But an offensive rebound for Lacrosse, gives it to a cutter, and Wood will score while getting fouled. Count the bucket for Kyler Wood, the 6-foot sophomore for Blackhawk Christian. His first bucket gives the Braves 7-point lead, and the left-handed free throw is good. 3-point play for Kyler Wood, and Blackhawk Christian has a 12-4 advantage. New Haven, front court. Ledbetter, top of the key, dribbles down the arc to the right. Got a backdoor cut to Baskerville, and he'll score it underneath. Beat his man on the back door, and a good bounce pass from Ledbetter. Led him perfectly for the layup. And then Wright tried to reach in at midcourt, bumped into Wood, and that'll be a foul on DeMarcus Wright of New Haven. 4:03 on the clock, quarter number one here at New Haven High School. Glad you're with us for high school basketball. Blackhawk Christian and the New Haven Bulldogs. Braves, front court, O'Neal drives right side of the lane and had it stripped away. It goes out of bounds in the corner, and they say it went off the leg of O'Neal before going out of bounds. So it'll be New Haven ball. 3:55 to play in the first, and Blackhawk leads at 12-6. Baskerville, top of the key, dribbles the foul line, stops, sends it outside. Ezel gives to Ledbetter. He'll dribble to the foul line, pick up the bounce, give to Ezel, left wing. Corner to Baskerville. He'll dribble out of trouble and get up to the wing. As Ledbetter goes down in post, popping up high post is Jackson. Jackson spins down the lane, goes up against O'Neal, had it blocked. Here comes Blackhawk Christian. Lacrosse gives it up to Sefton. Sefton bumped as he crossed the timeline. The dribble gets away, but they'll say it was off New Haven. No foul call. Blackhawk inbound with a 12-6 lead. 3:21 left, opening quarter. Reinhardt tosses it in to Wood. Wood, high right. 30 feet from the basket. He gets between the circles to Lacrosse. Lacrosse, there's a backdoor cut by Sefton. He makes a catch down on the block. Double teamed, and that's a tie-up. And the arrow points to New Haven, so the Bulldogs will get this on the alternating possession. 3:10, first quarter. 12-6, Blackhawk. New Haven, the ball slowly across the timeline on the bounce. Tarver, Baskerville. He'll dribble all the way to the right wing. Bounce it into the post where Jackson goes up strong. Missed the shot. Rebound goes to O'Neal, and O'Neal splits through three defenders. Down the lane, all the way to the basket. Goes up, scores, but they're going to wave it off and say it's an offensive foul on O'Neal. Offensive foul on Blackhawks. Jaden O'Neal. It is his first and the second on the team. into the game for New Haven. Marqualan Johnson checking in. Also, Darian Cryer, 5'10 senior, on the floor for the Bulldogs. Blackhawk sticks with their original 5. 2:45, clock ticking, first quarter. 12-6, Braves over the Bulldogs. Baskerville, right wing. Lobs it to the post. Ledbetter back to the basket, right block. Dribbles into the paint. Now dumps a pass down underneath to Cryer, and his shot rejected. Goes out of bounds under the basket and stays New Haven ball. Cryer, 5'10", took it into some 6'4" trees and couldn't get the shot up to the rim. Ledbetter will fire a 3, and Ledbetter from distance, the 6'4" junior. Big, strong guy, probably a good 225. He drains it from distance, and we've got a 3-point game. Now in the front court, a little too much pressure from New Haven, and a foul on a reach-in on Darian Cryer of the Bulldogs. 2:14 to play, quarter number 1. Blackhawk 12, New Haven 9. It's a 5-point run for the Bulldogs right now. O'Neal, lacrosse for 3, missed it, short right, and the rebound to Cryer of New Haven. A 3 could tie it here for the Bulldogs. Right wing, Ledbetter. He's going to drive, stop at the lane, look across the paint, finds a man open, and gets it off to Marqualan Johnson for the layup. A 1-point game and a 7-point run for the Bulldogs. 12-11, Blackhawk, front court for the Braves. Lacrosse at the top of the key, crosses over, spins, puts up a 15-footer, no, tip, yes! Sefton went in and tipped it and got it to drop. 14-11, first bucket for Sefton. Now in the paint, Baskerville went up, had it stripped away. Blackhawk comes away with it, and Wood got stripped in the backcourt. New Haven down low, miss for Johnson, and the ball free, and there's a New Haven Bulldog going to the deck. Baskerville goes down, and it's a push, and the second foul here in the quarter on Jaden O'Neal of Blackhawk Christian. That's going to bring in Riker Knox, a 5'8 sophomore, for O'Neal. So you go from 6'4 down to 5'8. 14-11. Here's a drive. Cryer spins and sends it out to the perimeter to Baskerville. Baskerville on the bounce as the clock goes under 1 minute here in the first quarter. Baskerville high left, man-to-man defense from the Bulldogs. Baskerville works against Sefton. Comes off a screen on the pick and roll. Johnson open, or Jackson, he missed, but Johnson cleans up and puts in the follow. 14-13. Front court, Lacrosse picks up the dribble, high half court, and finds Knox, who gives it off to Reinhardt. Reinhardt on the dribble left, takes it to the foul line, pulls up right elbow, jumper 15 feet out, rattles home for Peyton Reinhardt. 16-13, last 18 seconds of the first quarter. Braves over the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs into the front court. Baskerville, high left, clock down to 10. Baskerville off a screen at the arc, is going to drive, blow down the right side of the lane. Big collision and an offensive foul on Tarver Baskerville. Baskerville just ran right through Kyler Wood. Big time collision. And now they're going to ask about the time. There's 4 seconds on the clock. 16-13. It's a 3-point Blackhawk lead. Braves have the ball backcourt. New Haven sets up with full court pressure. And they're going to add a little bit of time, but not that much time. They put 49 minutes up. There we go. 4.9 seconds. 4.9 seconds. Blackhawk to inbound backcourt. They lead it by 3. Lacrosse makes the catch backcourt, takes it across the timeline, pulls up between the circles, and leaves an air ball short from about 30 feet. Into the first quarter here at New Haven. Blackhawk Christian leads it over the New Haven Bulldogs 16-13 on the Parkview Sports Medicine High School Basketball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
This is the Parkview Sports Medicine High School Basketball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
One quarter in the books between two 2-0 teams, and the Blackhawk Christian Braves lead at 16-13 over the New Haven Bulldogs. Brett Rump with Macy Gray, our studio producer. Adam Lundy and Eric Dudkevich will join me for the postgame coming up at Pizza Hut right after we're done here. Braves start with the ball here in quarter number 2. Working basket to my left. A spin in the lane for Sefton. A kick out to Lacrosse. Right wing triple. Nothing but the bottom of the cup. His second three. And he's got 8 points. And the lead, 19-13. Then a steal, Blackhawk. Now they're into the front court quickly. Reinhardt gives to Lacrosse at the arc. He's picked up, so he'll throw it outside to Kyler Wood. Wood chased, but he finds Reinhardt. High right, nobody picks him up. He fires, and he's long and left on the three-pointer. And the rebound to Baskerville of New Haven. Into the front court to Johnson. Back to Baskerville. He'll flip it to Ledbetter. Top of the key for Ledbetter. Down the left side or right side of the lane. Pulls up from 10 feet. Missed the shot. Sefton the rebound for Blackhawk. Sefton on the dribble. Into the front court. Drops it to the trailer. Now it's back to Sefton. There he's not picked up, so he'll take the three. That rims out. And a rebound to New Haven. Shane Rogers-Smith. He'll bounce it down low. Ledbetter at the basket. Stuffed by Sefton. Blackhawk the other way, and Sefton is going to be the one to get the feed from Lacrosse and take it up, getting fouled at the basket. The foul on Shane Rogers-Smith is going to put Drake Sefton, a 6'3 sophomore, to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Blackhawk Christian Braves, who already lead at 19-13 with 6:43 remaining in the second quarter. And the first free throw, good. Nothing but net for Sefton, who's now got 3 points in the game. Bryce Lacrosse leading the way so far for the Braves with 8. Sefton with another one coming from the charity stripe on the way, and that is good. 4 points for Sefton. 8-point lead. 21-13. It's a 7-2 run for the Blackhawk Christian Braves. Brandon Appleton calling out some instructions. They'll go down low to Johnson. Low block. Jump hook with the right hand. It's no good. And it's Sefton who goes up and grabs the rebound for the Braves. Sefton hounded by Johnson as he gets across the timeline. Little sloppy on the dribble, but he was able to maintain control. Now Sefton, left wing. Takes it toward the corner, gives to Knox. He'll give it up to Reinhardt. Now Reinhardt takes it to the perimeter. Reinhardt wanted to drive on Ledbetter. Gives in the corner instead to Wood. Wood, he's going to drive into the lane, pick up the dribble, go outside to Knox. No shot clock, so Blackhawk being patient here. Lacrosse gives it up to Reinhardt. Near the corner, it's Knox. He will fire, and he got a three. Riker Knox, a 5'8 sophomore, off the bench with the triple. And a 24-13 Blackhawk Christian lead. It's their biggest of the game. Here's Baskerville working against Knox. Backs him down low, muscles it up, didn't get it. Rebound tipped, and it goes to Rogers-Smith. Down low, Johnson. Good shot fake from the left block. Got a man in the air on a flyby, and then Johnson lays it in. New Haven really needed that bucket. They cut back the lead back to single digits, 24-15. 5 minutes left, second quarter. Sefton from the right wing. Lost the dribble, but it goes right to Reinhardt. He drives to the basket. He'll score the layup and get fouled. The foul on Jadrian Ezel of New Haven. And the bucket good for Peyton Reinhardt, a 5'11 senior who will have a chance to complete a three-point play and extend Blackhawks' lead to 12. 26-15 up on the scoreboard with 4:54 remaining before halftime. Reinhardt, right-handed flip. Good on the free throw. 27-15. Everybody stands around. Now New Haven takes the ball out of bounds. That's 5 points in the game for Peyton Reinhardt from Blackhawk. Working the point guard. It is Rogers-Smith. Rogers-Smith outside Baskerville. Long skip pass, far corner, Ledbetter. He wanted to drive but got cut off. Up top it goes to Miguel Reyes. He'll pull up from the elbow, and Reyes will drop it in from 15 feet. 27-17. 4.5 left first half. Sefton on the perimeter to Reinhardt. Picked up closely by Baskerville. Reinhardt has it, left wing. Now he's going to drive, shoot through a gap. Reyes comes over, help defense. Ball caroms off of Reyes out of bounds and stays Blackhawks possession. 4:13 mark of the second quarter. 27-17. Blackhawk the lead, and the Braves inbound under the basket. It is Reinhardt. Fade away three. Right wing deep. No good. And chasing it down, but not getting to it before it went out of bounds, was Riker Knox. And it goes to New Haven. Halfway through the second quarter. And it's Blackhawk up by 10. Bulldogs left to right. Baskerville at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Jackson. Doesn't use it. Throws the ball over on the right wing to Shane Rogers-Smith. Now it's around the horn. Left wing to Ledbetter. His three. Or that is Wright that took the three from the left wing. It's no good. Blackhawk with a rebound into the front court. Wood between the circles to Lacrosse. Lacrosse is going to drive all the way to the basket. He'll score and get fouled. DeMarcus Wright got beat down the right side of the lane and got behind the hip of Lacrosse. Had to go up and foul him on the layup. And Lacrosse now double figures here in the first half. He's got 10, and he's going to go to the free throw line with a chance for his 11th point, and it could give the Braves a 13-point lead. 29-17 with 3:36 on the clock, and Lacrosse's free throw is good. Lacrosse, a 6'3" sophomore. And they've got on the board 9, but I think the field goal would have been counted. It should be 11. So New Haven front court, Ledbetter. He'll throw down low. And getting position is Dalen Jackson on the pass over the top, and Jackson stuffs it down with the right hand. 30-19. Across the timeline, Wood on the dribble to the right wing, up top to Lacrosse. He's picked up by DeMarcus Wright. And Lacrosse wanted to drive, got a little bump, and thought better of it. Gives it up to Sefton. He will drive. Left-handed layup, no good, but there's a foul on Ledbetter on the drive to the basket by Sefton. And Drake Sefton is going to have 2 free throws coming. The foul is, well, they put the foul on the board as Miguel Reyes. Free throw number 1 for Sefton is good. 31-19. Sefton with 5 here in the first half. And the second, also good. Boy, Blackhawk Christian really hits the free throws. And I don't want to jinx them, but they have hit almost every free throw they've taken. I don't know that they've had a miss. 32-19, the lead for the Braves. New Haven, front court, Ledbetter. To Baskerville, left corner triple. Line drive, no good. Rebound on a tip out goes to New Haven. Now Reyes is going to drive. His layup rejected. Help defense from Lacrosse, which says, not today, my friend. He swats it into the front row. He read Reyes' drive down the right side of the lane like a book and came over and swatted the layup away. Ledbetter open 3. Got it! Second 3 for Lavelle Ledbetter, the 6'4 junior. 32-22. Lead cut back to 10 for Blackhawk. 2.5 left first half. Knox from the left wing will bounce it to Sefton. He comes outside the arc to make the catch. Drives baseline, throws into the paint, and it's stolen. Baskerville lead pass Jackson, and as he goes up, he's fouled hard by Kyler Riker Knox, and it's going to be free throws coming for Dalen Jackson. 2 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock. We're in the second quarter. And Blackhawk, a 32-22 lead over the Bulldogs. Quick moving game here so far through the first half. Dalen Jackson, a 6'5 senior with the right-handed flip. It's no good. He's got one more. The struggles at the line continue for New Haven. Carry over from the first game of the night, the JV game. Second free throw is good. So Dalen Jackson splits a pair at the line. And Jackson with 5 first-half points. Here's a drive, and what a clear out as Reinhardt takes it all the way to the basket, separates the defense, and lays it in. Pass to the post. It's short, and stepping in front, fronting his man and stealing it is Kyler Wood. Blackhawk with an 11-point lead. Wood in the middle of the lane. Outside goes to Sefton. Sefton drives, kicks. Reinhardt left wing triple, no good. And the rebound taken by Jadrian Izell of New Haven. Oh, a lazy pass at midcourt by Reyes is stolen. Reinhardt takes it in, and he goes up and gets hit hard by Jadrian Izell. Izell was not going to get dunked on. It looked like Reinhardt had that in his mind. Two free throws will come to Peyton Reinhardt. Blackhawk with 1:30 left in the half, leading by 11. And it's 12 now as Reinhardt hits the first of 2 free throws. Marqualan Johnson, 6'5 juniors, into the game as Jadrian Izell will sit down. His second foul. And the second free throw is good. And now into the game with 2 fouls. Jaden O'Neal, he'll replace Peyton Reinhardt. Blackhawk leading at 36-23, 1:30 to play, first half. Left to right, the Bulldogs cross the timeline with Ledbetter drifting high left wing. Guarded man-to-man by Lacrosse. Into the corner to Johnson. Back to Ledbetter. Johnson will set a screen. Ledbetter skips the pass all the way across the court. Reyes right wing. High post. It goes to Jackson. Back outside to Reyes. Now Ledbetter lobs it down low. Bad pass on the post entry. Stolen by Lacrosse. Then he sends it over the top. Reyes goes up like a defensive back and tips it away from Sefton. It goes out of bounds far sideline, but stays Blackhawk ball. 1:02 left, second quarter. 36-23. Braves leading it over the Bulldogs. Blackhawk inbounds front court. Ball comes in to Wood. Wood will take it center circle. Work on the dribble. Crossover left. Now Lacrosse. He's not guarded from the left wing, so he takes the long three. It's off the back heel. Long rebound goes to New Haven. Lead pass to Jackson for the two-handed flush. 36-25. Under 35 seconds. Front court Sefton. Sefton down the lane to the basket. Layup. Good. Almost overshot it off the window, but it dropped in. 38-25. Sefton with 10 points. He's in double figures here in the first half. Johnson, far corner, where Cryer is pick up the dribble. There's a cut down the lane, a bounce pass to Baskerville. He catches it and scores, but before he got the shot up, it's a foul on Blackhawk Christian. New Haven fans want the continuation, but the foul is called on Blackhawks Peyton Reinhardt. Now the inbound. Baskerville down low. Stepping in and stealing it is Wood. Wood will give it to Lacrosse. He'll take it to the basket. Hang in the air. Miss the layup. And a three-quarter court shot by Ledbetter almost went. And then a three-quarter court shot the other way. Didn't miss by much for Blackhawk. New Haven took it a little quick. Took it with about 4 seconds. And the ball hit off the rim. Blackhawk got it at about the foul line, New Haven's end of the court, and just turned and let one sail. And it only missed just about 6 inches off to the left. Almost had the distance right. But that's how the first half ends. It has been an up and down game here at New Haven in the first half, and it has been a very quick first half. Midway through this one, it is Blackhawk leading it 38-25 over the New Haven Bulldogs. Halftime continues after the break. This is high school basketball presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM. We are back. It is halftime here at New Haven with the Blackhawk Christian Braves leading it over the New Haven Bulldogs 38-25 for Blackhawk. 11 in the first half from Bryce Lacrosse and 8 points for Drake Sefton. I think they had put 2 on Sefton there in the first half that actually belonged to Lacrosse. 8 points from Sefton, 9 points from Peyton Reinhardt. Meanwhile, the 7 from Dalen Jackson leading the New Haven Bulldogs. Well, the teams are back and in their huddles on each bench. To my left is New Haven with their second-year coach, Brandon Appleton. Appleton 16-11 in his 2 seasons. Last year, a 14-11 record, 2-0 so far this year. They have outscored opponents 75.5 to 36.5, winning their games by an average of 39 each, defeating Woodland 73-31 and Northrop 78-42. Little different story tonight against this Blackhawk Christian team. They're 2-0 under fourth-year coach Matt Roth, 75-14, his overall record. They got wins over Mishawaka Marion, 77-59, and Northside, 86-73. So New Haven will get the first possession of the second half. And Jadrian Ezel inbounds it. Ledbetter gives to Baskerville. Baskerville high left off a Jackson screen. And then Jackson rolls to the basket, gets a nice pass from Ledbetter and lays it in. Good set play to start the second half. And it's an 11-point Blackhawk Christian lead after New Haven scores on the first possession of the second half. In the paint, it's Wood. He struggles and gets the pass outside. Lacrosse collects it near the center circle. Out on the wing to Reinhardt. Reinhardt drives into the paint, throws outside Lacrosse. Right wing triple. Hits the rim, goes up top off the backboard, and then comes down into the hands of New Haven's Ledbetter. Outlet to midcourt to Baskerville. He drives in the paint, spins, goes up, had it stripped, got it back. And a foul called on Blackhawk. And it's going to be another foul on Jaden O'Neill. And just like that, he's picked up his third foul. And it comes just 45 seconds into the second half. Inbound, Ledbetter, top of the key. Shot fake, dribbles to the elbow, then gives it outside. Baskerville all alone. 3, line drive, back rim, no good. Rebound, Jackson. And he gets fouled under the rim. And this foul on Peyton Reinhardt. And on Reinhardt, it's his second. 7:07 to play. We're in the third quarter, 38-27. Blackhawk. Long 3 for Ezel, no good. Rebound, tipped once, tipped twice, goes out of bounds near sideline, and it was last touched by Baskerville of New Haven. Blackhawk to inbound. Sideline backcourt. Sefton inbounds it to Wood. And Kyler Wood, one-on-one against Shane Rogers-Smith. Gets into the front court, right wing, hands to Reinhardt. Reinhardt centers the floor. Now they clear out. Reinhardt will drive, put it up on the run with the left hand. Never touched it with the right, but he put it off too strong. And here comes New Haven. Good feed on a give and go. Ezel got it to Baskerville, who missed the layup. Now a long lead pass to Reinhardt. He goes up and gets his layup blocked, and the ball stays with Blackhawk Christian. Braves will inbound front court with 6:32 to play. Third quarter, 38-27. Inbound to Lacrosse up top between the rings. He'll go down the right side of the lane. Big jump stop. And then a cutter is O'Neill down the lane. And as he goes up for the bucket, he gets stripped but fouled. And the foul on Shane Rogers-Smith of New Haven is going to put Jaden O'Neill to the free throw line to shoot 2 for Blackhawk Christian, trying to build on an 11-point lead. O'Neill, a 6'4 senior, flips it and got it off a soft rim. Oh, that ball hit every part of the iron before it finally sat and fell through. And second one way short. And the rebound taken out near the foul line by Ezell. And New Haven with a quick transition gets it to Jackson down in the lane, and he spins and lays it off the glass. Jackson double figures for the Bulldogs with 11, and it's 39-29. Sefton, Reinhardt open near the right corner. His three, no good. Rebound, a long bounce to Roger Smith. He is on the run. Coast to coast, Roger Smith. Layup, left hand, no good. Offensive rebound, Ledbetter. Reverse layup, no good. And this rebound goes to Blackhawk Christian's Peyton Reinhardt. Reinhardt gives it to Wood. Back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt pulls up, right elbow. Jumper, no good. Partially blocked by Ezell. Reinhardt went to the deck. Blackhawk Christian fans thought there should have been a foul, but here's New Haven on the drive. Ezell, and as he gets in the paint, it's just stripped away, but they do call a tie-up. The arrow will give it to Blackhawk Christian. 5:34 on the clock, third quarter. 39-29, a 10-point lead for the visitors from Blackhawk Christian. Inbound to Kyler Wood. He's in the backcourt on the dribble across the timeline. Man-to-man pressure from New Haven, Shane Rogers-Smith. Now the ball to Reinhardt. Reinhardt left wing to O'Neal. He'll hand it to Reinhardt. O'Neal steps to the top of the key on a pick and pop. He's open. Three-pointer rims around. Drops through for O'Neal. Another shooter's touch on a three for O'Neal. And it's 42-29, 13-point advantage for Blackhawk Christian. Hard drive to the bucket by Baskerville, and he just muscles it up and through the hoop off the glass, and then Blackhawk gets careless with the ball. Baskerville a steal and a bucket. 42-33, and it's a quick 4 points scored by Tarver Baskerville. Front court Braves lead down to 9. Peyton Reinhardt brings it high right. Crossover near the elbow, outside to Sefton. He'll hand it off to Wood. Wood can't see a lane, so Blackhawk spaces the floor to lacrosse right wing. Now he'll drive into the lane. Give it to Sefton, cutting to the basket. Nice reverse layup for Drake Sefton. 44-33. Baskerville, he's feeling a heater. He took it right at O'Neal, and a foul on O'Neal. And that could be his fourth. Nope, they call the foul with the body underneath against Kyler Wood, and that's his first. It's a big call for Blackhawk Christian, saving O'Neal. And Baskerville to the line to shoot a pair with his team down by 11, 44-33. 4:14 left, third quarter. Baskerville, a 6-foot junior, good on the first. 10-point game. This could cut it back to single digits. 44-34. Ledbetter comes into the game. He's got to get lined up on the lane. So a second free throw coming for Baskerville, trying to make it a perfect trip, and got it. And Baskerville with 6 straight scored for the Bulldogs. And he now has 8 in the game. Front court, Kyler Wood on the dribble perimeter, gives high left to O'Neal. He'll spin past his man, get in the lane, kick it out to Reinhardt. Reinhardt had trouble handling the pass, but collects. Gives to Lacrosse. Lacrosse spin down the baseline, back to the basket, down to the low block. Has to throw it outside. Reinhardt can't get the shot off. So he'll step in, take a mid-range, miss it, get an offensive rebound, put back by Reinhardt, no good. And here comes New Haven. Full court pass, and it goes out of bounds after being tipped by Blackhawks' Drake Sefton. So New Haven will have it under the basket, down by 9 with 3:42. Bulldogs 2-0 on the season. Blackhawk 2-0. Ledbetter, top of the key. Throws to the corner to Ezell. Up top to Ledbetter. Try the left side to Baskerville. Baskerville guarded man-to-man by Reinhardt. Gives it off to Marquelan Johnson. Johnson will take the dribble into the paint one-on-one. Go down low. Bank it off the window. Good for Marquelan Johnson. And we got a 7-point game. 44-37. 3:18 to play, third quarter. Drive by Wood. Kick out O'Neal. His three. Air ball taken by Baskerville. Here comes New Haven. Baskerville crossover down the lane to the basket. Layup good. Coast to coast. Tarver Baskerville. And a 5-point game. 44-39 under 3 minutes, third quarter. Wood on the perimeter. Picks up the dribble. Goes outside to O'Neal. Midcourt to Lacrosse. Lacrosse, 38 feet away, will step up toward the three-point line. Now drive all the way to the basket. Muscles it up off the window. No good. Battle for the rebound won by O'Neal, but a tie-up on a quick whistle. And it will give it to New Haven. Bulldogs have gotten it to within 5 points. A 6-point run with 2:36 left, third quarter. 44-39. Shane Rogers-Smith will bring it front court for New Haven. Left wing to Ledbetter. Ledbetter to the elbow. Spins. Coming in on backside defense. Lacrosse knocked it away. But now they're going to say what? Two players hit the deck, and the official on the outside blows the play dead. I think they say kicked it. Blackhawk kicked it, so it will be New Haven ball under the basket. Marquela Johnson will inbound for the Bulldogs. 44-39. 2:23 on the clock. Quarter number 3 here at New Haven High School. Inbound. Ledbetter outside the top of the key. Fakes the shot. Goes in the corner. Baskerville feeling the heater. He missed the three. And on the rebound, it goes to Wood. And Wood is fouled in the backcourt by Marquela Johnson. Second team foul of the half on New Haven. And the first foul whistled against Marquela Johnson, a 6'5 junior. Blackhawk the ball and a 5-point lead. Wood backs down, spins, floats in the lane. Air ball grabbed underneath the basket by Sefton, and he has to sidestep bodies underneath his feet. And they call it out of bounds. Say that Sefton stepped out of bounds, so he was trying to avoid bodies underneath him that were already on the deck for New Haven. 44-39, last 2 minutes of the third quarter. New Haven front court with Rogers-Smith up top to Ledbetter. He'll give it off to Baskerville. Long three on the way, Baskerville. Back iron, no. Rebound tip goes to Blackhawk, and quickly they get to Reinhardt. Reinhardt didn't see Johnson coming from behind, and Marquela Johnson steals it. And then Reinhardt fouls Johnson as he dribbles across the timeline. Maybe some frustration. And Reinhardt guilty of the foul for Blackhawk Christian, and that's going to be his third. Second starter to pick up 3 fouls for Blackhawk Christian with 1:37 to play, third quarter, 44-39. We had a 13-point game at the half. Ledbetter, top of the key. Dribbles to the elbow, turns the back to the basket, throws outside to Rogers-Smith. Shane Rogers-Smith, Ledbetter has it right wing. Ledbetter looking over the defense. Now he's going to dribble, spin, put his back to the basket, go hard to the hoop, miss the shot from 8 feet, and the rebound goes to Lacrosse. Lacrosse had it knocked away, and it goes out of bounds and stays Blackhawk ball. Checking in for New Haven, Jadrian Ezel and DeMarcus Wright. Pair of guys that started this game. Inbound backcourt for Blackhawk will go to Kyler Wood. Wood had his pocket pick by Baskerville. Baskerville to the basket. Layup good, and we've got a one-possession game, 44-41. Under a minute left, third quarter. Lacrosse, high right. Lacrosse outside to Sefton. Sefton, he's going to drive. Oh, a good pass across the paint to Wood, and as he tries to muscle up the shot, he gets fouled and put to the deck. And Kyler Wood is going to go to the free throw line, a 6-foot sophomore, trying to end this bleeding. New Haven, with the last 8 points of the game, have closed the margin to 3. Blackhawk, the number 7 team in the state in Class 3A. Good on the first free throw. That makes it a 2-possession game with a 4-point lead for Blackhawk Christian, 45-41. And Wood with 4 points. Second one barely got to the rim. Taken by Ezel of New Haven. Ezel dribbles in, sends outside to Johnson. He'll launch right wing triple. No good. Rebound to Blackhawk Christian. Wood, front court to Sefton. He had trouble handling the pass. Everybody thought he walked. No call. 3 on the way for La Crosse. No good. Rebound tip. Baskerville has it for New Haven. He's quickly into the front court. Gives it off to Jackson, but he couldn't handle the pass, and La Crosse comes away with it. La Crosse on the push. 3-on-2 to the basket. Wood all the way to the rim, and as he goes up, a collision, and they call a blocking foul on New Haven's Tarver Baskerville. And I thought that was Kyler Wood with the aggressive drive. It was Riker Knox who took it hard at Baskerville in transition. And so Riker Knox shooting the 2 free throws with a 4-point lead. Now it's 5. Hits the first free throw. 46-41. 14 ticks left, third quarter. Again, another quarter with no timeouts, almost no breaks at all. Missed free throw, but an offensive rebound. Blackhawk sets up. Down to 8 seconds. O'Neal outside to Knox. Knox gives it to La Crosse. He drives, has it poked away. Sefton, following jumper at the horn. No good. And we'll go to the fourth quarter, but it's a lot closer than it was at halftime. New Haven down by 13 at the half. Now only trails by 5, 46-41. We've got 8 more minutes of basketball coming up next on the Parkview Sports Medicine High School Basketball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
Now back to the Parkview Sports Medicine High School Basketball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
Anybody's game as we go to the fourth quarter here at New Haven. Blackhawk Christian has a 46-41 lead over the Bulldogs, but the Bulldogs just won the third quarter by 8 points. So Blackhawk starts with the ball. Wood gives it outside the top of the key to La Crosse. La Crosse dribbles right elbow. And as he turns and spins, he wanted to throw the pass, held on to it, but it cost him a travel. And Bryce La Crosse with the turnover. And now the Bulldogs, a chance to make it a one-possession game. 46-41, 7:42, and the clock is ticking here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs, basket to the left. Here's a drive by Roger Smith. He'll float it up the right hand for the left side of the basket. It's no good, and on the rebound, Roger Smith fouls. That is the first team foul of the second half. Inbound, backcourt to Sefton. He's going to run the point. Drake Sefton stops left wing, hands to O'Neal. O'Neal drives, hangs, and got stripped away. Marquelan Johnson with a big defensive strip from O'Neal. And now the Bulldogs front court. Ledbetter, high left, lobs it down low. Battle for the ball. It's tipped off the basket, and Blackhawk comes away with it. Here comes Riker Knox. Knox outside to Wood. Wood outside the arc, top of the key, takes it into the paint, picks up the bounce, throws outside to Knox to La Crosse. Left side, Sefton. They're not going to pick him up. He won't shoot. Instead, they'll hold on to the ball. Tyler Wood takes the dribble all the way left to right. Gets to the right wing where he gives it off to Sefton. Sefton hands the ball on the right wing to La Crosse. La Crosse dribbles to the top of the key. They're pressuring him. La Crosse drives to the basket. He gets fouled, and La Crosse is going to go up for 2 free throws. The foul on Tarver Baskerville of New Haven. And that is the third on Baskerville. La Crosse to the line with 11 points. The right-handed flip for the sophomore. No good on the free throw. Well, they have been cruising, making free throws. All of a sudden here, with the pressure coming from New Haven, Blackhawk not automatic at the charity stripe. La Crosse with a chance to put his team up by 6. Got it. 47-41, 6-point lead. Blackhawk Christian, 6.5 minutes remain in the game. Shane Rogers Smith, 6'1 junior, off the bench, running the point for the Bulldogs. Ledbetter. He sees a path down the left side of the lane. He attacks it, and as he goes up, there's whistles and a foul. And Lacrosse guilty of the personal foul, and that will put Lavelle Ledbetter to the free throw line to shoot a pair for New Haven. Ledbetter, 6'4 junior, big, strong kid. Right-handed free throw shooter, and it's no good. Hung on the rim and fell off for Ledbetter. Still a 47-41 game. 6:18 to play. Free throw number 2 is too strong. Rebound goes to Sefton of Blackhawk Christian. 6-point lead, Blackhawk front court. Lacrosse right wing, dribbles toward the baseline. Now back on the wing. The pass goes to Sefton. Reading it was Johnson. He cut into the passing lane and almost stole it, but it got off his hand, out of bounds. So Blackhawk Christian will inbound it right by their bench. Inbound to Kyler Wood. He'll work the dribble outside the top of the key and give it off to Riker Knox. Knox will hand 30 feet from the basket. Sefton spins, lost the dribble. It goes to New Haven. Jackson front court to Ledbetter. Trailer Johnson stops, left elbow, pops, and no good. Rebound Sefton, Blackhawk Christian. Sefton's going to dribble quickly front court. Drop it to Lacrosse. Tried to give it right back to Sefton on a give and go. And the ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by New Haven. 5:37 to play. 47-41. 6-point lead for Blackhawk Christian. Ranked number 7 in the state. Both teams with 2-0 records here early in the season. Lacrosse, top of the key. Out on the wing, it goes to Knox, and then as Knox goes to drive, reaching in and poking it away, it was Shane Rogers Smith that goes out of bounds. Blackhawks still with possession. 5:28 on the clock. 47-41. Braves leading it over the Bulldogs. Inbound to midcourt. Sefton. He wants to call a guard out and will hand it to Kyler Wood. Now Sefton will go up, play a forward position. Lacrosse outside the top of the key. Hands to Sefton, who's up top. Sefton off the Lacrosse screen. Dribbles, lost his footing, goes to the deck, and a timeout called by Matt Roth. Had to bail out his player, and it's going to be a full timeout. And Brandon Appleton wants a travel because he fell to the deck with possession. He probably has a point, but a timeout's going to be granted to Blackhawk Christian. 5:07 remains. 47-41. Blackhawk leading it. High school basketball presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
You are listening to high school basketball presented by Parkview Sports Medicine on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
Welcome back to New Haven High School. Brett Rump with our studio producer Macy Gray. Join us almost every week on Friday night for the best high school basketball action presented by Parkview Sports Medicine. Here we've got 5:07 remaining, and Blackhawk a 47-41 lead over the New Haven Bulldogs. After the game, be sure to join us at the New Haven Pizza Hut right across the street. Adam Lundy, Eric Dukevich will join me for your Parkview Sports Medicine post-game show live at Pizza Hut. Blackhawk inbounds. They get it to Reinhardt from the right wing. He'll dribble up top, square, and start the offense. High right. Picked up on the perimeter by Lavelle Ledbetter. Reinhardt wants to drive him. Does, all the way to the basket. Layup, Reinhardt, good. 49-41. Now New Haven, front court, Jackson. And he bounces a pass to no one, but chasing it down alertly was Roger Smith. Throws in the corner to Baskerville. Baskerville will drive on Lacrosse, go up strong. Lacrosse reached in and stripped him as he went up, but they called a foul on Lacrosse. And that's going to be the second on Lacrosse, but it will put Baskerville to the free throw line, shooting 2 for the Bulldogs. 4 minutes, 36 seconds remains, and an 8-point Blackhawk Christian lead. Baskerville going to the line with 12 points. Give him 13. 49-42. One more free throw for the New Haven junior. It's on its way. And good. Got them both. 49-43. 4.5 minutes remaining. Backcourt. Lacrosse running the point. Works against Johnson. Gets across timeline to Sefton. Sefton drives all the way down the lane to the basket. Finger roll good for Drake Sefton. Sefton with 12. And the lead 8 for Blackhawk Christian. Now Roger Smith outside Ledbetter left wing. Gets cut off by Lacrosse, so he throws it outside to Baskerville, back to Ledbetter. Now on the right elbow, a jumper for Jackson. Flanks off the backboard, no iron. And here comes Blackhawk the other way. Sefton, front court, gives to Reinhardt. 8-point lead, Reinhardt drops it down low. Nifty up and under, reversed by O'Neal, but he couldn't finish it. A little too much English on that one. And here comes New Haven. Baskerville from the left wing, cut off by O'Neal. Baskerville still on the bounce. The lob down low. Tough spot to catch it right under the basket. Jackson ended up with a foot on the baseline. That pass on a pick and roll just led Jackson too far to the baseline. So Blackhawk Christian, front court. They go Lacrosse. Touch pass in the paint, deflected away, but alertly picked up by Sefton. Blackhawk keeps possession with 3:25 and the clock ticking away. Fourth quarter. 51-43. Reinhardt, he'll drive. And as he takes it down the left side of the lane toward the basket, he's bumped by Johnson, and it's a foul on Marquelan Johnson. That's the second on Marquelan Johnson. Third team foul. Blackhawk inbounds. Left wing to Lacrosse. Lacrosse takes it to the middle of the paint. Outside, near the right corner, finds Sefton. His three is an air ball. Caught underneath by Jackson. Gives to Johnson. Johnson goes against three Braves. Kicks it outside. Baskerville to Ledbetter. Ledbetter back to Baskerville, and he'll reset the offense. Up top on the left, between the circles now to Johnson. Back to the left side. Ledbetter in the corner to Baskerville. Baseline drive. Forces it up. Didn't get it, but there's contact. And a foul is called on Blackhawks. Kyler Wood. Wood picks up his second foul. And Baskerville to the line, shooting two with 2:50 left. A 51-43 game. Free throw is good. 51-44. Darian Cryer, 5'10 senior, comes in for New Haven. He'll replace Shane Rogers Smith. Trying to cut it down to 6. It's 51-44, and Baskerville's free throw is no good. Rebound Sefton. He's got a ton of those. Blackhawk Christian. Across the timeline is Wood, giving back to Sefton. High right. Works on the dribble and crosses all the way to the left side of the court, where he gives it off to Wood. Wood picks up the bounce. He'll give it to Sefton. Sefton dribbles into the lane. Almost lost it, but got it over to O'Neal. O'Neal outside to Wood. Left elbow. Jumper. Good. Kyler Wood from 15 feet. And the lead is 9 with 2:21 to play. And a timeout is called here at New Haven. 9-point lead for the Braves. You're listening to the Parkview Sports Medicine High School Basketball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
Are you an athlete looking to level up? PSM Performance is where the region's top athletes become more. Achieve your goals through high-intensity, one-on-one training with performance experts. Whether you want to be faster, stronger, or more agile, we'll make it happen. Now accepting athletes from 12 years up to college. Ready to get started? Schedule your first session at psmsports.com. PSM. Earn your edge.
Now back to the Parkview Sports Medicine High School Basketball Game of the Week on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
53-44. Blackhawk leads it. Just a little over 2 minutes left, and New Haven into the front court. Ledbetter has it high left. Ledbetter takes it down the left side of the lane. Backs to the basket. Gives in the middle of the paint to Jackson. Missed the shot. Partially blocked, but it goes right to Ledbetter, who lays it in. New Haven's cut it to 7. 53-46. We go under 2 minutes left. Backcourt. Wood crosses the timeline. Had it picked by Baskerville. It goes out of bounds, but Baskerville was the last to touch it. Blackhawk will inbound near midcourt with Bryce Lacrosse throwing it back court to Drake Sefton. Sefton, 6'3" sophomore. His older brother is here from Grace, where he plays his college basketball. It's been a pretty good pipeline from Blackhawk to Grace over the last few years. As Reinhardt drives, he gets bumped. The foul called on New Haven's Darian Cryer. Still going to be out of bounds. Fourth foul on New Haven. So the Braves will inbound baseline under their basket. Minute 35 left here at New Haven. Somebody suffers their first loss of the season. And right now, Blackhawk has the 7-point lead. Lacrosse on the perimeter. Gives it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt on the dribble to the right wing. Now steps back outside. He's picked up by Cryer. Ball given up to O'Neal. Right back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt goes to a cutting Sefton down the lane. What a feed and what a layup for Sefton. 55-46, a minute 9. Baskerville, 3, right wing, no good. O'Neal the rebound. O'Neal bringing it coast to coast. He had it picked away by Baskerville. It goes to Johnson. Johnson, Euro step, layup, no! And the rebound tapped around. Cryer has it. He'll go up, gets swatted by O'Neal, and it goes to Blackhawk. Wood gives to Lacrosse. Lacrosse down the lane, drops it to Sefton baseline. Sefton, everybody left him alone. He turns to the basket and lays it in. 57-46, 39 seconds. Johnson pulls up, long distance 3, no good. Cryer fights for the rebound, but it went off Cryer out of bounds. Belongs to Blackhawk, and now with an 11-point lead, Blackhawk starting to feel it. With 32.3 seconds left. Full court press for New Haven. Ball inbounded to Lacrosse. Lacrosse dribbles quickly into the front court to break the pressure, and now Blackhawk spaces the half court with 24 seconds and an 11-point lead. Reinhardt will give it off to Lacrosse. New Haven's not going to foul. Lacrosse down the lane. Sends it right back outside from under the basket to Sefton. We're down to 11 seconds. Blackhawk, the number 7 team in Class 3A, is going to stay unbeaten. They'll improve to 3-0 as the clock ticks down. And they have defeated the New Haven Bulldogs 57-46. New Haven suffers their first loss after a couple of wins by an average of 39 per game. Different story for the Bulldogs against this Blackhawk squad tonight, as Blackhawk leads throughout and wins it by a final of 57-46.
Podcasts by Federated Media.